Hello, welcome back to the Bananacast. I'm your host, Andrew Gutierrez, with my two favorite co-hosts.
Gabriel Escobar and our favorite movie friend.
Alex Novoa, aka the man, the myth, the legend, Mad Dog.
This episode, as mentioned last episode, we watched The Raid Redemption, 2011 movie from Indonesia. Quick synopsis: a SWAT team is going into an apartment complex that is run by a mobster. Why? Who knows why? They just want to beat him up. And it's an action-packed movie, a lot of blood, a lot of choreographed fights, a lot of guns, a lot of violence. It was a fun time, in my opinion. What about you, Alex? Do you think it was a fun time?
Uh, yeah, I definitely think it was a fun time. I remember seeing this a long time ago on Stars, around when it originally came out in like 2011 or 2012 or whenever like it came out in America. But yeah, it's really good. It's like one of those old classic martial arts movies, and it's one of those movies where the story is really takes a seat back, and it's just more of like an action spectacle. All right, the choreographers in this movie outdid themselves. All right, if you guys don't know who's watching, the raid is filled with martial arts to the brim. All right, you got Bruce Lee and Jackie Chan's love child in this one. All right, there's a fight scene every 2 seconds. Either if that's guns or is that with our main man Mad Dog in the movie. Uh, but for me, I think it is one of those action movies of the decade, next to like John Wick or Mad Max Fury Road. It's a real fun time. It's a real fun time.
A lot of action and a lot of subtitles.
Oh yeah, subtitles.
Yeah, that's his weakness, subtitles. You don't want to watch the dub. It's not that good. You gotta
Yeah.
Oh
watch
yeah,
subtitles.
the dub was incredibly bad.
I was waiting for you. We all were. Ready to pick you off one by one.
Didn't work too well, did it?
Huh? Oh, I don't know about that. You got at least 18 dead. No transportation. You're stuck here.
Absolutely terrible. God awful. Like I don't know who the only American man in Indonesia did the English dub for that one. Yeah. So other than the subtitles, Gabe, what'd you think?
As soon as they got in the building, a lot of stuff went down. A lot of guns, a lot of shooting. I was waiting for the kung fu or like the martial arts in the whole movie. So I guess I was kind of daunted by the guns because I can see that in any other movie. But when it got to the fighting, I was pretty impressed, especially in this hallway fight scene with the cop versus a bunch of people with machetes. That was kind of cool.
So you sound like you didn't really like it.
I liked it. I just don't like subtitles. And and
Well,
well, I was very, very shocked to find out they didn't hit each other at all during this whole
oh
movie.
yeah. Since with the martial arts in this movie, though I watched a little bit of the behind the scenes, and apparently these guys don't even touch each other. So when you see them hitting chest or hitting face, it's just grazing the skin for them to just make the move, and maybe they're hit with air. My bad. They're hit with air. It is so impressive, especially when you see that after watching the movie. And I think that's what makes it such a spectacle to watch. That you cannot call it a bad movie just because the amount of work that was put in those fight scenes alone was incredible. Was incredible. What about you, Angel? Why did you tell us to watch it?
Because I love this movie. I've watched it like 4 times now, and I want to watch it with my friends. So why not?
Okay,
You know?
thanks.
Yeah, I wanted you to watch it. Well, I knew you watched it because you're the movie guy. Yeah, I know for a fact that you watched it. I'm pretty sure we talked about this movie before. Gabe, on the other hand, I want him to watch something different, not a talkie. Complete opposite of The Social Network.
That is
Yeah, it
true.
was the complete opposite of the social network.
But,
Exactly.
but for Gabe, it was still a talkie because he had to read subtitles.
I mean, yeah, you can just he figured out a big plot point like right away anyway.
Yeah, spoiler, 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 spoiler.
It's a 10
So
year old
that's
movie.
what
If you
happened.
haven't watched it, then shame on you. It's a good movie.
No
You
one's gonna
should
watch
watch it.
it, man.
Well,
Nobody watches from Indonesia. That's turn off array.
If you like action movies, if you like Jackie Chan, Bruce Lee, any of that stuff, you should have already watched this movie. If you didn't, what's wrong with you? Go and watch it. It's a good movie.
I would say that I have watched the second one. In my opinion, the second one is extremely better, but the first one definitely lays down the groundwork. All right, it just knocks it out of the park. There's so many memorable scenes in this movie that there's if you look at any modern day action movie, like whether that be Gemini Man. There's a stupid movie called The Gemini Man where he's just fighting himself in the movie. It's the Parent Trap all over again. All right. And he just can't. He comes in and he fights a clone of himself. It's one sided, just a lot of noise, explosions, and they call it a day. This one, it's like there's a thought in every single move that they make, and you can see it, and if you feel it, and it's outstanding.
Yeah, the choreographer in this movie, he was in the movie. He was one of the main characters in the movie.
Yep.
And of course, he had the best fight scenes of the movie because I mean, come on, of course he did.
Yeah, because he's the one who made it. So he's like, let me save the best for last.
Yeah, let me put myself in the best fight scenes because all the big fight scenes had him in it.
The very tiny guy.
He is indeed a very small guy.
And at one point in the movie, he takes on two bigger guys at the same time.
And he wins majority. If it was like a boxing match, he would have a lot more points than the others. 100%. But he did. Spoiler, 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 spoiler.
Talk about that blood. That blood was so fake. This movie was garbage, all right? I said it, okay? This blood was so fake, okay? They could have done a lot better with the fighting. There wasn't enough flips. There wasn't enough kicks. Maybe because they didn't know Kung Fu. But why did everyone have a machete?
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Wait.
Whoa, whoa.
Wait a minute.
Why wasn't there enough? Why wasn't there more guns? Why did a bunch of machetes just pop out? Or did they run out of guns?
They didn't want to destroy the building. They didn't want to destroy the building.
They were the pest control. They were the pest control.
They all had AK-47s and shot the stairways.
Because it was right there. What, you're gonna throw machetes there? What do you mean? They don't want to shoot up.
You can't tell me they didn't want to destroy the building when they AK-47 the stairway.
Well, I think you can repair a stairway, all right? They shot up there because
Mad Dog had the capability to beat them all. Then why didn't they just send Mad Dog there in the first place, huh?
All right, Mad Dog. What, dude? What? All right, what?
And there was this old guy, and he lives the whole movie. How does the old guy live through the whole movie?
He was very important to the plot of the whole movie.
Have you ever heard of plot armor?
Yeah, I've heard of it.
Yeah, he had that time. He had like the second most plot armor after the main character.
He had like a plot army, or like I don't know, something above armor. Plot shield.
Yeah, he was in that AK-47 shootout in the staircase, and he still survived. and then what happened? Then he was captured, wasn't he?
Yeah, he tries to kill himself. And conveniently, he runs out of bullets.
His plot armor couldn't even let him do it himself. It was crazy. All right, Gabe. The blood was
garbage.
I can agree with you.
It was
a little immersion breaking. All right.
It was red water.
Yeah, it was a little water
for the blood.
Yeah. It was a little too. Every time someone got shot or stabbed, just like they just sprayed out like a water bottle.
And so many people have. I think Mad Dog was invincible at one point. He just did not go down after getting hit like a million times.
He got stabbed in the neck by a light tube, and he still kept fighting.
Yeah, but you guys said, I was saying that throughout the movie, and you guys said, oh, adrenaline. He had adrenaline. The adrenaline kept him alive.
I was trying to keep the immersion of the movie alive. You just want to break it down right away.
I mean, I don't know, man.
I want about the big boss. The big boss did nothing. He did nothing.
He killed like 5 guys, and then I think he stabbed one dude in the hand, and then he died.
Because he was the big boss. The big boss. Did you ever see Tony Soprano get dirty? All right, on the main line. All right, you don't
I
see
think he
him going
did.
out
I think he
on the
did.
main
And you would
line.
see Al Capone get dirty.
No, no,
I-
you did.
Al
What?
Capone did get dirty in the beginning, and then he became a boss. What are you talking about?
Exactly. And the same thing with Tony Soprano. What the
He
heck are you
did.
talking about?
It's Tony Soprano how to kill people to make it up in the world.
There's
Are you saying this guy never did?
Wait, is Tony Soprano a made guy in the show?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, he killed a one. He killed someone to become a made guy. That's the
Yeah,
whole point of the mafia. Why are we talking about the Sopranos?
Because the point is that should not be a point deducted that he did nothing. He was the boss. He's not supposed to do anything.
Yeah, let's talk about how Gabe just right off the bat broke down the whole one of the biggest plot twists, I guess, in the whole
Yeah,
movie.
was
Like right off the
big
bat,
plot
this
It was
guy,
a plot
the
twist.
main villain, looks at the camera. Okay, the camera footage, and he's looking at the main character for like 10 seconds. Like, why would you do that? Because they're brothers. Easy. Lo and behold, you get to the movie, and they're brothers.
I hate you, Gabe.
What?
I hate you.
I think I hate people like you, Gabe. You know that? I hate people like you in the freaking theater or whenever you're watching a movie. You don't turn your brain off, all right? You gotta like let it happen. You gotta let the story flow. And you're just like automatically trying to presume their next step. All right. I don't know. For me, I think that's like not a good way to look at movies because then you could see like every romance is garbage because they're gonna get together, they're gonna break up, and then get back together and live happily ever after. That's
I'm
how you can
okay
see
with
every
that.
That's like every rom com ever.
exactly.
And I'm okay with that.
if you think of every
You're okay with
rom-com
that?
like that,
And I'm okay with that.
what do you mean you're okay? What the heck are you talking about? What like critiquing a movie like that?
No, with rom-coms. Because
You're
that's
okay. You're okay with rom coms?
because it's about the journey. Okay? But when
And
I'm
it's
in the
about
journey
the journey
and when
with
I'm
this.
in the journey in this movie, the
Are you
journey is
kidding me?
dog.
Yeah, but with every rom com, you know, in the end of the movie, they're gonna end up together. In this movie, oh, who's gonna survive? Who's not gonna survive? It keeps you
Yeah.
guessing.
Clearly the old man was gonna survive. Apparently.
Did you think he was gonna die, Gabe?
I was waiting. I thought he was gonna be one of the first. He had no helmets.
Hey, we
And I
told you.
I
If
told
they
you,
don't have a helmet,
if they don't have a helmet, then they're gonna survive the movie. The second the action started happening, the main character's helmet came off. Boom, he survived to the end. The brother, he didn't have his helmet on through the ending time of the movie. He survived.
Well, you're not gonna
Yeah.
see this movie anyways. 'cause
no
it's
one's gonna
garbage.
see it yet. Shut up, Gabe.
Jesus,
You just have
missed
to.
the game.
All right, you know what, Gabe? What's your rating on the movie?
It's a 6 out of 10.
A 6? You make it sound like you're rating it a 2.
Yeah, that's a lot higher than I expected from Gabe.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's better than The Social Network,
Wow.
and I give it an 8 out of 10 because
It's shorter than the Social Network.
it's shorter. It's more snappier. All right, you care enough for the main character, and the other. I always say these in these type of movies. Everyone else is a vessel for the bad guys to get killed by, and you just want to see how cool it is. It's like horror movies. You just want to see Jason. You're not coming in to see the naked college chicks. All right, no, you're coming in to see Jason kill the naked college chicks. All right.
And how he kills them too.
Exactly, and that's what I see this movie as. If you go into this movie expecting The Social Network, I don't know why you were expecting that. All right,
Two polar opposites, man. Different spectrums of movies right there.
so then what are you gonna give it, Angel?
8 out of 10. I love
8
the
out of
movie.
10?
It's a great movie. Fun time. One sitting per usual.
Oh,
No movies, 2 sittings so far.
All right,
So
fine.
yeah, go.
I'm gonna be the one to pick a 10 out of 10 film, so we know what it sounds like to have a 10 out of 10 film in the podcast. So my 10 out of 10 will be good for the fact that hey, it's a comedy. All right, you guys can relax. All right, there's no philosophical meaning. All right, there's no deep action scenes. You just had to slip it on, and enjoy the ride. All right, and it's gonna have some familiar faces in it to the Marvel lover in the corner. All right, my movie is the Shane Black 2005 classic Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. All right,
I've
now
never
this
heard of this
film
movie.
is what?
I've never heard of this movie.
Never seen it.
Good, good. This is good stuff. All right, good. This movie is an excellent movie. I laugh every time in this movie. There's a specific scene that always kills me, and I can't wait to talk about it with you guys. And the familiar face is da-da-da-da-da-da, Robert Downey Jr. You guys like Robert Downey Jr., right?
I liked him in Chaplin.
Is he the only actor that's good?
Hold your horses there. All right. That's a discussion for next week. But no, the answer story is no.
I'm looking
Right.
this up.
Don't do it, not now.
All right.
Who the
guess
heck is?
Sorry for the technical difficulties, but Gabe just tried to spoil my movie. God almighty. Well, let's just end this already.
All right, next week, Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. Maybe we'll like it, maybe we'll hate it. I don't know. Gabe probably will hate it. I'm Angel from the Bananacast.
I'm Gabriel Escobar from the Bananacast.
And I'm Mad Dog from the Raid Redemption. Good night and good luck.
Gabe sucks.